this idiot's tailgating me. He has no idea what's coming up this road and what's not. He hasn't looked to see that there's 3 cars in front of him. Now he's darting back in because he realized he made a mistake. No signals whatsoever. But he saw a quote-unquote spot where he could get in, and now he's going to have to slow down to 60 kilometers an hour because that's a car with 1 headlight, by the way, because we're coming up on a small town in which you have to go 60 kilometers an hour. So I'm not saying that you can't pass. I've never once said that, but you need to be smart about it. Are you gonna try to pass another 3, 4, 10 times just to get 2 seconds, 5 seconds ahead? We've documented that how many times? Like, it doesn't save you anything. So now we're going the speed we're supposed to be going through the small town, and here goes this dipshit passing in the small town. So going 60 through the small town was just too slow for him, and he's in that much of a hurry. He's that important. I didn't realize that he was a cop or an EMS or a firefighter and has the ability to just pass at a whim. Right? I can see that rain up there. It's nasty. So there again, you know, they're just burning through this. And if that's hail coming, guess what? You got a broken windshield. Just amazing to me. The things that people will do to gain like 5 seconds. They're up there right now, sitting at the stoplight. Light just turned green. So they're still on the brakes. They're moving now. We're gonna time it to the intersection. Okay? To the intersection. He might have turned actually. So 1 went down, 2 went down, 3 went down, 4 went down, 5 went down, 6 went down, 7 went down, 8 went down, 9 went down, 10 went down, 11. And I'll give them another couple of seconds because I think that might have been him turning. That truck had no headlights. This car has 1 headlight, so that's 2 vehicles with 1 headlight and 1 vehicle with no headlight. It's Canadian law since 1989, and your headlight should be on right now. Period. The car in front of me actually has their headlights on. The car in front of the car in front of me has their headlights on, which I does not. But you get the idea. Daytime running lights have been Canadian law since 1989, and nothing's changed in between. So smarten up, fix your headlights, or turn your headlights on whenever you're in the vehicle. It's up to you to do your circle checks, make sure your vehicle is fit for the road every single time you get in it. Every time you get in it. Not just sometimes, not just weekly, every single time. To make these videos. Nothing would make me happier than shutting down the channel because I know that everybody's doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing when they're supposed to be doing it. But that hasn't happened yet. have you noticed that the car in front of me, their windshield wipers are still going full tilt? Oh, they just turned them off. Okay, that's all right. It's just funny to see these people and just like think about what it's like inside that vehicle and just be like, you know, like just awful. Oh, jeez. Long days. Sure, when you gotta drive an hour home. Jesus. You see that piece of wood hanging out the back of that truck? Probably a good 6, maybe even 8 feet hanging out. I think you're permitted 4 before it becomes an unsafe load. That guy just passed on the bridge. I don't know if you saw that, but he passed clearly right on the bridge. And regardless of if the lines were broken or not, in this case it isn't, and it's telling you that you can't on this side. But regardless, if it happened to have the broken lines there, you cannot pass on a bridge in the province of Ontario. At any time, anywhere, under any circumstances, can you pass on a bridge. Period. And I get it. You got this guy with the unsafe load and you want to pass them, but either pass them before or right after. But don't do it mid-bridge. Yeah, the truck with the wood in it is not doing the speed limit, but again, that doesn't mean you pass when you're not permitted to. If there was any justice in this universe and karma really did exist, we're going to see that dipshit in the black Chevy Cruze that not holding on for dear life, but I mean, the thing was not in good shape, and it's a Chevy Cruze. We'll see them sitting at this light waiting here, but it's not to say that they even went this direction. Be him back there, actually. He might be back there. He might be the 4th one back there, actually. That's a black car with non-LED headlights. That might actually be him. Let's see if we see some idiot back there making stupid moves to pass. That could be him back there. I remember when I didn't even have to slow down at this intersection because there was a stop for the traffic going east-west and the north-south traffic like we're traveling right now. Because it's a highway, it's Highway 4 at this point, didn't have to stop. But now guaranteed every single day I've got to slow down or stop because of the city's just absolutely idiotic decisions. to do this stuff. And it's mainly to appease the rich people at this end of town. If he's back there or not. He could be right back there. I'm seeing black cars. So, June 19th, first day that this light has been in action, every single person coming out of that subdivision is turning right, so you don't need a set of traffic lights. No one coming out of Franklin Way Crescent, because there's only 14 houses on that road. But again, the City of London was approached by the people of Franklin Way, who pay $4 to $5 million for their houses, or the other road being Medway Park, $1 to $2 million homes, and they said jump city, and the city said how high, and that's it. That's how that whole discussion went. There was no petitioning, there was no initiation by the public, there was no nothing. The city just said how high. Didn't give any thought to the fact that the Franklin Way subdivision only has 14 homes on it, and it's a crescent, so it has another exit that they're just going to use anyways. It's not going to stop any accidents there. It's not going to slow people down. All it's going to do is just add to the taxes the people of this end of the city, including the people around here that don't even use it or have access to it. They're paying for the installation and maintenance of that. But hey, you know, if you don't think about it, ignorance is bliss, I guess. So light's yellow. Whoops, get it out of gear. Granny shifting, missing shifts. Lights yellow, lights off. No one should be in the intersection. And there goes the light turning, and dipshit in the, distracted dipshit in the Dodge truck. So